Hello, students. This is Professor Cocazella sending you a welcome video. I've purposely not kept my camera on because I want as much of the screen to show the Blackboard course site as possible. Here goes. We are going to be together for this spring semester for English 102. Now, I have two sections of the same course, so most of this information will be the same, but there will be a few differences for my class that is starting on Monday, February 6th. You guys are a late start class, but really the differences only kick in when it comes to the initial assignments. You'll be doing them in a more compressed fashion since we have to catch up. So here goes. The course is basically set up as being almost like a hybrid course. In other words, yes, we're going to be meeting face to face for most of our class sessions, but there will be some sessions that will meet via Zoom. There will be some sessions in which we won't meet at all, and I'm just going to be giving you a task to complete, a written assignment or something like that. I will give you much advanced notice when that's going to occur, and I'll tell you how I'm going to communicate with you as we go through this video. So here we are on the home page, and this is what you see when you get into the Blackboard course site. This is exactly your view. I've put it into student view so I can see exactly what you see, so to speak. So the home page is clearly just a welcome banner. And obviously, if you've gotten this far, you have gotten the announcement that this is where you should go to start diving into what the course has to offer and what Blackboard can show you. So on the left-hand side of your screen, I know this is a review to most of you since you've been in 101, you've done the Blackboard routine, but I think it's worth going over just in case if you've forgotten things or if other instructors haven't quite used Blackboard the way I do. I use it very, very extensively. So these are the menu items on the left. You'll see the home page, which is where we are right now with that little welcome banner message. And then you see below that announcements. And that's particularly important because I send out an announcement after almost every class, but definitely about twice a week. So if you click on announcements, you're going to see the latest ones from me. There's nothing in here right now. By the time you get into this course site, I will have put in an announcement, and actually that's how you got to this video. So the bottom line is announcements are in Blackboard always, and they're always also emailed to you. Whatever Montgomery College email account you have, that'll be these announcements will be emailed to you. Pay attention to them because they tell you A, what's transpired during a class. So if you're absent, that's a good way to catch up. And B, have issues, menu items, agendas, assignments changed in any fashion? And see if they have, or if they haven't, it'll give you the due dates. Hey, listen, guys, remember that Friday XYZ is due. Remember Wednesday XYZ will happen in class. Remember next Monday we'll be going to the library. All those sorts of things. I also use Remind, and I will set up Remind with you guys the first day of class. So those are the two primary ways that I get in touch with you. And let's jump down beyond course contents and go to course mail, because that's the other way that we will communicate with one another. And I can't stress this strongly enough. I really want you all to be emailing me through course mail, and that way I can go into the Blackboard course site for these classes and I will know right off the bat that it is one of you all and you are emailing me specifically about English 102. If you just email me by conventional MyMC email, it's bound to get lost because I get so many during the course of the day. So please, if you are trying to contact me via email, take that second step. Get into your MyMC account, get into our Blackboard course site, and email me through course mail, please. And simple, right? This is the way it goes. You just click create message, and then you're going to click to, and you're going to go down to my name, right? Instructor, and then you just choose me. You know, the same bit. Everybody knows how to do this. Be sure there's a subject in there. I want to know what this is in reference to. So that's the way to get in touch with me via email. So we've got homepage, we've got announcements, we did course mail. This is the heart and soul of the course contents. And once you click on this, you will note that the way the class is set up is by units. There's an initial learning module, and this little notebook with the tabs indicates or signifies that it's a learning module. That means that it's basically a file folder. And when you click on the file folder, you'll see what's in there. But let's go back out and let's just review all the learning modules that are within this class. So you've got the housekeeping module, and then I do the class, as I said, by units. Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, and then lastly, Unit 4. Unit 5, actually, I should say there are 5 units, but Unit 5 is really just based on your culminating essay, which is a self-reflection, and your folder. A portfolio folder of all the work for the class. But for all intents and purposes, in terms of content and what you're going to be learning in this class, it's really the first 4 units. And certainly the biggest of them is Unit 3, which is the researched argument paper. That will take up most of our time, and it's definitely the most heavy-duty unit, if you will. So back up to housekeeping. So in any of these learning modules, and remember that's what's signified by this little notebook, you can just click it and you will find out what are the contents within that module. And here you go. There's a table of contents, and it's very, very clearly listed. Actually, the welcome video will be above A when I actually upload and drop this into this course site. So you will have this welcome video housed right there. That's where you found it, right? And certainly you found all these other items as I told you to do. So you've got the outline, the department outline, and then the weekly syllabus. And you'll note there's a syllabus for my 9 a.m. class and a syllabus for my 11 a.m. class. Be sure to download and print out the proper one. And similarly with the calendar. The grade record sheet is the same for everyone, as is the personal contact form. And I note that it's not in there yet. I'm going to have to make sure I put that in. And then, importantly, here's the upload file. So you're going to be presenting me with your assignments in various ways. 3 ways inside of Blackboard. And this is typical for the larger assignments. I will create an upload file, and all you're doing is you're typing out your assignment, your paper, your essay, whatever it may be, and then you're going to name it with your last name and the CRN of this class, save it, and then you're going to go back into Blackboard, and you are going to browse for it. You're going to find out where you put it. Did you put it in documents? Did you put it in a cloud folder? Whatever. And then you're going to upload it to me. And that way I can get it electronically, and I will give you commentary either on the paper itself electronically. Sometimes I download and print them out and do the corrections handwritten. Sometimes I'll give you audio commentary. You know, I can shoot you a little audio message on what I think of your assignment, etc. So that's the upload file feature. Okay, let's go back out. So remember, this was within the housekeeping learning module, and that's just basically all the nuts and bolts information you need. You know, as I said, the syllabus, the calendar, personal contact form is for me to get to know you a little bit, your strengths, your weaknesses, do you work, how many other classes are you taking, that sort of thing. And it's very self-explanatory when you get into it and read it, and you're going to complete it and send it back to me. So then as far as the other units, the first unit we'll be doing is what's called dimensions. And you'll note that there are similarities in all the units. The front page will always show you, hey, listen, here are the weeks that this unit will take place in. Here's an overview of what's going to happen during the course of this unit, as in what are the basic objectives, why are we doing these assignments. Then the assignments themselves will be explained in a very sort of encapsulated synopsis of the assignments, if you will. When you click on the course contents, when you click on the folder itself, you'll get to the packet where the more complete instructions for the assignments are housed. And then I always also on the front page tell you what reading in the textbook corresponds to that unit. And they're all done the same way, right? The unit has a name. There's the weeks that it'll take place. There's an overview of the unit. Here are the graded assignments that we'll be doing for the unit, and here's the textbook reading. Same thing for Unit 3. There's a lot going on in Unit 3, but it's all listed there. And the same thing in Unit 4 and 5. And then you go back into the unit, click on the learning module, your notebook page, and you'll see, here we go again. There's a table of contents. I might start out with a video that I've made about the unit. I might start you out with a YouTube that'll give you an introduction to the subjects that we're going to be talking about. This one, there's a PowerPoint for you to look at. We're going to look at it as a class. There's always an assignment instruction document. And there are often samples of what you should be writing. I like to give samples and models so you know, hey, listen, this is what you could expect a good paper to look like. Here's the kind of paragraph I'm looking for. Samples are not to be copied, but they're good indicators for what the assignment should be. Expectations, if you will. Sometimes there's an upload, just like there was in housekeeping, and sometimes there's a few worksheets. Okay, so that is the way the class or the Blackboard site is set up. So we've got our homepage, we've got announcements, we've got course contents where the goodies are held. We've got course mail I told you about. Journals, I don't have any in here yet, but if you click on journals, I'm going to explain to you what you need to do if I tell you, hey, listen, give me a journal entry. And the instructions will be placed in here. Actually, by the time you watch this video, I will have placed some journals in there so you can see what it looks like in your Blackboard site. Discussions is another way you're going to post stuff to me, and I do have one written in here, and this is classroom notes, and I'll explain that further when we get into class. Now, of course, you'll want to know about my grades, and this is the way your grades will look. I've put quite a few in there already. The bottom line is that I am really a stickler for giving you grades very, very quickly. And I think most students appreciate that. I like to grade quickly. I don't leave you hanging. I'll let you know exactly where you're at. And you can go in here and you can check out what's going on with your grades. A lot of times there will be a description of what that assignment was. You will know how many points were available to you for the assignment. If you look over on the right-hand side, you can see already that you have some 5-point assignments, you have some 100-point assignments, and so on and so forth. And then you will always be up to date. You will always know your percentage in the class, and you can do that at any time of day or night. If there's ever a discrepancy, just come to me and I'll let you know what I think went wrong, went right. You know, I do make mistakes sometimes, but generally speaking, you can count on these grades being the ones that you should go by. And as I said, if there's ever a question, as in, geez, I know I handed it in, but it's a 0 in my grades, we can always straighten that out. Then we'll go back out and we'll look at Zoom. And this just means that when we have a Zoom class, you can just enter right through Blackboard, plain and simple. And I'm sure you guys all know that by now. I'm not going to even wait for it to load. I'm just going to get out of this because This video can only take 15 minutes and I'm nearing the end. And I think I've told you pretty much everything that you really need to know about Blackboard. But do please come to me the first day of class with any questions you might have. Looking forward to meeting you.